Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. As the year winds down, many of us are getting into the festive spirit. But beyond the familiar jingle bells and Christmas trees, there's another vibrant, meaningful celebration that takes place from December 26th to January 1st. I'm talking about Kwanzaa. So what is Kwanzaa all about? Stick around, because today we're diving deep into the history, principles, and beautiful traditions of this unique cultural holiday. First off, let's clear up a common misconception. Kwanzaa is not a religious holiday, and it's not meant to replace Christmas or any other religious observance. In fact, many people who celebrate Kwanzaa also celebrate Christmas. It's a cultural celebration, a time for African Americans and others in the African diaspora to connect with their heritage, family, and community. Think of it as a week-long celebration of Black culture, culminating in a huge, joyful feast. So where did Kwanzaa come from? We have to go back to 1966, a turbulent time in American history. In the aftermath of the Watts Rebellion in Los Angeles, an activist and scholar named Dr. Maulana Karenga saw a need to unite and empower the Black community. He wanted to create something positive, something that would help African Americans reconnect with their African roots and build a stronger sense of cultural identity and self-determination. He drew inspiration from traditional African harvest festivals, which are all about celebrating the fruits of collective labor. The name itself, Kwanzaa, comes from a Swahili phrase, matunda ya kwanza, which means first fruits. Dr. Karenga added an extra A to the end to make the word 7 letters long, a number that holds special significance in the celebration, as we'll see in a bit. At the very heart of Kwanzaa are the nguzo saba, which is Swahili for the 7 principles. Kwanzaa is all about celebrating heritage, and it features 7 cool symbols, known as the 7 symbols of Kwanzaa. Each one represents important values of the African diaspora. Usually see them displayed together on a table, creating a vibrant scene. The 7 primary symbols. Kwanzaa is all about celebrating heritage, and it features 7 cool symbols, known as the 7 symbols of Kwanzaa. Each one represents important values of the African diaspora. You usually see them displayed together on a table, creating a vibrant scene. Kinara, the candle holder. This symbolizes the original stock or ancestors of the African people. Mishuma Saba, the 7 candles. These represent the nguzo saba, 7 principles. Each day, 1 candle, either black, red, or green, is lit. Black 1 represents the people and sits in the center. Red 3 symbolizes the struggle of the people and is placed on the left. Green 3 stands for hope and the future, found on the right. Mazao, the crops. These are the fruits, veggies, and nuts that symbolize the joy of working together and celebrating traditional African harvests. Mahindi, the corn. This represents children and the bright future they bring, with 1 ear of corn shown for each child in the family. Kikamcha Umoja, the unity cup. A special cup used for pouring drinks to honor ancestors and to share as a sign of family and community togetherness. Zawadi, the gifts. These gifts reflect the hard work and love of parents, often including educational items or cultural treasures like books and heritage symbols. Lighting the candles on the kinara is a special part of Kwanzaa, celebrated each evening from December 26th to January 1st. It all kicks off after sundown, with a new candle lit each night to represent one of the nguzo saba, or 7 principles. Here's the deal. On the first night, you always light the black candle in the center first, symbolizing the importance of the people. Then, on the following nights, you relight the previous candles before lighting the one for that day. It's a beautiful way to honor the traditions. Lighting orders. Ritual traditions kick off with a friendly habari gani. What's the news? And everyone chimes in with the day's principle. Then, a little water or juice is poured from the Kikamcha Umoja, unity cup, to honor our ancestors. After lighting a candle, the family dives into discussions about the day's principle, sharing stories or poetry. To wrap things up, everyone joins in chanting, Harambee. Let's pull together 7 times. It's all about connection and celebration. Then there's the inward to outward alternating method. Here, families light the red, left, and green, right candles, starting from the center. This back and forth lighting represents hope shining through even during tough times. Ritual traditions kick off with a friendly habari gani? What's the news? And everyone chimes in with the day's principle. Then, a little water or juice is poured from the kikum cha umoja unity cup to honor our ancestors. After lighting a candle, the family dives into discussions about the day's principle, sharing stories or poetry. To wrap things up, everyone joins in chanting, Harambee. Let's pull together 7 times. It's all about connection and celebration. These principles are the philosophical core of the holiday, providing a guide for daily life and community building. Each of the 7 days of Kwanzaa is dedicated to one of these principles. On the first day, December 26th, the focus is on umoja, which means unity. This is about striving for and maintaining unity in the family, the community, the nation, and the race. It's a powerful start to the week, reminding everyone of the importance of togetherness. Day 2 is for kujikagilia, or self-determination. This principle encourages people to define themselves, name themselves, create for themselves, and speak for themselves. It's about taking control of one's own identity and destiny, rather than being defined by others. The third day celebrates Ujima, which stands for collective work and responsibility. This is the idea that we are all in this together. It's about building and maintaining our community together and making our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and solving them together. It's a beautiful concept of shared responsibility and mutual support. On day 4, we have Ujima, or cooperative economics. This principle is all about building and maintaining our own stores, shops, and other businesses and profiting from them together. It is a call to support Black-owned businesses and to build a strong economic foundation within the community, circulating wealth and creating opportunities. Day 5 is dedicated to Nia, which means purpose. This principle calls on the community to make its collective vocation the building and developing of the community in order to restore its people to their traditional greatness. It's about having a shared goal that uplifts everyone. The 6th day brings us to Kumba, or creativity. This is one of my favorites. It encourages everyone to do as much as they can, in the way they can, in order to leave their community more beautiful and beneficial than they inherited it. This can be through art, music, problem solving, or any act that improves the environment and the lives of others. And finally, on the 7th day, January 1st, the principle is Imani, which means faith. This is about believing with all our hearts in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle. It's a faith in the community's potential and its future. So how are these principles celebrated? Well, Kwanzaa has its own set of beautiful and meaningful symbols that you will see in any home that observes the holiday. First, there's the makika, a straw mat on which all the other symbols are placed. The mat itself represents tradition and history, the foundation upon which everything else is built. Then, you have the kinara. This is the candle holder, which holds 7 candles, known as the Mishuma Saba. The kinara symbolizes the people, the original stock from which we all came. The 7 candles represent the 7 principles. There's 1 black candle, 3 red, and 3 green. The black candle is placed in the center and symbolizes the people. The 3 red candles are placed to its left, representing the struggle. And the 3 green candles are placed to the right, representing the future and the hope that comes from the struggle. Each evening, a family gathers, and a new candle is lit. They start with the black candle on the first day, for Umoja. Then, they alternate lighting a red and a green candle each subsequent day, moving from the inside out. As each candle is lit, The family discusses the principle for that day and what it means to them. It's a wonderful time for reflection, teaching, and bonding. Other symbols include mazao, the crops, which are usually fruits and vegetables that symbolize the harvest and the rewards of productive labor. There's also the mahindi, which is corn. Each ear of corn represents a child in the family. If there are no children, one ear is still placed on the mat to represent the children of the community. This shows the importance of children and the future they represent. The kikamcha umoja, or the unity cup, is another key symbol. During the celebration, everyone takes a sip from the cup, or libations are poured from it, to honor their ancestors and to reinforce the principle of unity. And of course, we can't forget the zawadi, which are the gifts. But these aren't the kind of commercial gifts you might be thinking of. On the seventh day of Kwanzaa, gifts are exchanged, but they are typically educational or handmade. The focus is on heritage, creativity, and purpose, not on commercialism. A book, a piece of art, or a heritage symbol are common gifts, meant to enrich and inspire. The celebration reaches its peak on December 31st with the Karamu Ya, Imani, or the Feast of Faith. This is a huge communal feast where friends, family, and community members come together to celebrate. It's a joyous event filled with delicious food, often featuring traditional African and diaspora dishes, as well as music, dancing, and performances. It's a time to share, to celebrate the accomplishments of the year, and to look forward to the future, all while reaffirming the bonds of community. Today, Kwanzaa is celebrated by millions of people of African descent all over the world. It has become a cherished tradition that provides a space for cultural affirmation and connection. It's a time to honor the past, evaluate the present, and commit to a more unified and prosperous future. The principles of Kwanzaa unity, self-determination, collective work, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith are universal values that can inspire anyone, regardless of their background. Etymology. The name comes from the Swahili phrase matunda ya kwanza, which means first fruits. An extra A was added to the end so the word would have 7 letters, allowing 7 children to each represent a letter at the first celebration. Cultural inspiration. Karenga modeled the holiday on traditional African harvest festivals, such as those of the Ashanti and Zulu. He chose Swahili as the primary language for its concepts because it is a Pan-African lingua franca. So this holiday season, as you see the vibrant red, black, and green colors, you'll know they represent a rich tapestry of history, culture, and community. Kwanzaa is a beautiful testament to the resilience and creativity of the African diaspora, a celebration of heritage and a powerful call to action for a brighter future. Thanks so much for watching and learning about Kwanzaa with me today. I hope you found it insightful. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, I'd love to hear about your family's traditions in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content, and share it with someone who might be interested. Happy holidays and habari gani. That's a Kwanzaa greeting that means what's the news. Until next time.